it is time to officially close out a trilogy in the Marvel Universe. Or is it? And we're going to find that out in the 3D. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. James Gunn is back to close out his trilogy of these shenanigan douchebaggery people. If you want to call them douchebaggery, sure, why not? But they're just fun characters to be around. You have Star-Lord, you have Gamora, you have Nebula, you have Drax, you have Mantis, you have Cosmo the dog now, you have Sean Gunn, aka James Gunn's brother, and now you have the origin story basically of Rot Raccoon. Adam Warlock, yeah, in this movie as well. Wow, is it Adam Warlock? I don't care. Anyway, did I like this film? Absolutely. This is Marvel going on track, because when I think of the last movies they had, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, nope, didn't work for me. Ant-Man Quantumanium did not work for me. And now we're at finally at Guardians Volume 3. This worked for me. We are finally out of the soundstage. I don't know what that sound was. Anyway, we are finally out of the soundstage, and it feels like we're actually on real sets. Even though you're like, wait a minute, Chase. Both what you just contradicted yourself. Sorry, let me roll back. Ant-Man Quantumanium felt like you were on one stage with 3D backgrounds and also just a screen. Actually, here it looks like there was carpenters to make something for the actors to stand in. That's what I mean by it felt like you're actually on a stage and doing stuff in this movie. Acting great. The story's fantastic. I like what they did with the characters. I like what they decided to do with the very end of this movie. I just really enjoyed it through and throughout. There is one nitpick I would have to say throughout this movie, but other than that, I find this a very, very strong Marvel movie. So let's talk about it. James Gunn knows exactly what he wants to do with the characters. Through and throughout, with Rocket's character, he decides to go pretty dark into animal cruelty, which, yes, it goes there. The bunny character I was the most disturbed at. I was like, I kind of just feel dirty watching this bunny. Not in a James Gunn messed with the audience. It was more of like, oh, I hate this guy. I truly hate the guy that is doing this to these characters. And you're supposed to do that, and James Gunn does a fantastic job with that. You have the acting. Zoe Saldana, Chris Pratt, David Bautista, I'm not going to be able to pronounce her last name. I'm truly sorry. Like I said, Sean Gunn. Luigi Odaford, I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong. Nick Poulter. So many characters in this movie. So many fantastic acting. And it's a through and throughout great experience what they're trying to do. And the whole Counter-Earth, I like that subplot of what they're doing, of how you can't make anyone perfect. Doesn't matter how hard you try. There's always faults with people. And I think that's what James Gunn is trying to say is, you know what? You're not going to like everyone. You're not going to make everyone perfect. So live in the world that you have right now. And I truly enjoyed that message. Like I said before, I enjoyed the CGI so much more for this one than Black Panther, than Thor: Love and Thunder, than Ant-Man. This actually just felt more of a complete overall movie package with so many different elements to make a movie, while all those other movies were just like, we're just going to nitpick of what I think would make a good movie. Here, I enjoyed it through and throughout. I have no idea why I'm having trouble breathing right now. Maybe I'm just going to pass out and die, and you're going to be like, well, that sucks for that nerd. But anyway, and yes, and that negative, not with Nick Poulter, it's with Will Poulter. Not him acting as, Adam Warlock. It's what he is given. I feel like with his character, there wasn't the biggest story arc when you're leading into it from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Here, I understand what they're trying to do, but it just wasn't enough, and it was a very much a sideline character, and I was wanting more from him. He had a good arc that could have gone somewhere, but it kind of didn't. Especially when you're on Counter-Earth, something happens there, and you're thinking, wait a minute, is it going to actually go in the route I want it to go? And it kind of does at the very, very end, the after credits, the first one. But when it comes to the actual final standoff, he was kind of missing, and I feel like that would have been a little bit more fun to bring him into the picture. But that is really my only fault with this movie. The 2.5 hours went by so quick. The directing was great. The tension was there. I didn't know who was going to die at the end of this film. I'm like, oh, is it going to be this character? Is it going to be this character? So doing that, I had no clue. I was like, oh, Drax is dying here. Maybe not. Oh, Rocket Raccoon is dying here. Maybe not. Oh, Peter Quill is dying right here. Maybe not. Oh, wait, Nebula's dying right here. Maybe not. Oh, Gamora might be dying right here. Maybe not. Oh, Groot might be dying right here. Maybe not. And you're just like, good job for having me guess who is going to die. And finally, the 3D. I think this was better than Ant-Man. This was better than Black Panther. And I think those are the last 3 3D movies I saw from Marvel. So if you want to see this in 3D, I do recommend it. There was good depth, especially with the Nathan Fillion scene. That was some really good depth, as well as the very action, set piece, and centric thing at the very end, the third act. Very 3D great. And the one character I really wish would come back, and hope she does, is Nebula. I've grown to think Nebula is like one of the better characters in the Marvel universe. Seriously, like her story arc is probably the best, and I hope she continues on throughout the Marvel universe. Seriously. So overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it tickled my pickle. And the 3D was good. Is that the right humor, James Gunn? Does it work? Please let me know if it doesn't. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will receive a 4.5 out of 5 with Futon. It goes at 90%. Let's see what the critics news scores gave this one. So you have critics at 81% with 285 of them. Audience score 95% with over 2,500. Here's critic consensus. A galactic group hug that might squeeze a little too tight on the heartstrings. The final Guardians of the Galaxy is a loving last hurrah of the MCU's most ragtag family. And yes, Sylvester Stallone is also in this film, FYI. So, 81, 90, 95. Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things. Bootontopia. You Blue Futons. Watch a great day. Don't forget to watch this today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I love every single one of you. Which one is the best Marvel trilogy? It's either Captain America or Guardians of the Galaxies. Which one is yours? Let me know in the comments down below if you made it this far.